What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and for today I wanted to do another one of the requests that I got from you guys, this time in regards to my Thanos. So with the recent addition of this guy's Infinity War uniform, a lot of people have been going back and forth wondering which uniform is currently the best one for him, because generally in this game at least, newer means better, especially when the newer uniform came with a better bonus, and on top of that, the skill changes now make it so that Thanos can actually penetrate super armor, barrier, shield, and all damage immunity, and the same can be done with his 5 skill. The only thing he can't penetrate as of right now is actually invincibility. So when you compare those things to his Secret War uniform, you would think that this makes it so that this uniform is vastly superior, or at the very least superior in PvP, because that is taking away a lot of the survivability tools that characters use to stay alive in timeline battle. Damage immunity gone, shield barrier gone, and on top of that, a lot of the heroes that flood timeline battle is gonna deal less damage to Thanos, right? However, after playing with this uniform extensively, I can honestly tell you guys that I feel like the Secret War uniform is a lot more reliable, and the reason why I say this is for 3 reasons, guys. 1, he lost his ability to channel on his 2 skill, which is great for stun locking and crushing enemies literally in 1 blow. Okay, he lost that, and on top of that, this skill is now changed to burn damage, making it so that when he goes up against fire characters like Jean Grey that currently flood timeline battle, he's taking a massive cut in DPS right here, because this skill right here in the Secret War uniform can actually one-shot a lot of characters, and it will no longer be able to work on Jean Grey. The third thing that I feel like is a big disrespect to Thanos right here is the fact that this skill, all you really need to do is go into a slight iframe, no matter how short, and the entire damage portion of this skill will be completely gone, like completely gone. You'll still get the damage immunity, you'll still be in the iframe, but you'll do literally no damage, or at least that's been the case for me, and that is another reason why I think the Secret War uniform is better, because I do not have that issue of losing the damage from the 5 skill whenever I'm playing in the Secret Wars uniform. So I know some of you guys are gonna say, well, you need to play better, you need to get better, you suck, this uniform is better, and that's fine. Maybe this uniform fits your playstyle more than it does mine, but after spending the crystals on it, while I do love Thanos, I feel like this uniform is not as good as the Secret War one. That is just my personal opinion, or at the very least not in PvP. This uniform right here has more DPS on some of the skills, like the new 3 skill is freaking ridiculous. It can one-shot characters now, it's super fast, and I absolutely love that. And to be honest, when your 5 is not getting cancelled, it has a really good amount of DPS on it. So I feel like in PvE at the very least, when you can kind of control when enemies go in iframes by using your iframes first, Thanos in this uniform will be superior to the Secret Wars. So I guess you could say this one is the PvE uniform and the Secret Wars one is the PvP uniform, which is weird because this one actually can penetrate a lot of the tools, like I said, that people use to keep themselves alive in timeline battles. So the damage immunity, the barrier, the shield, you name it, right? It's crazy to think about it, because this one is what I would expect to be better in PvP and the other one better in PvE. But that's just what I found to be the case for me today. However, the request I got from one of you guys is to show you guys how these uniforms perform in ABX. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to take him in with the Secret Wars uniform, and then I'm going to take him in with the Infinity War uniform and show you guys the comparison in scores. Okay, so with that said, let's actually equip the Secret Wars uniform. As you can see, they're both the same rank, and then after that, we'll come back out, equip this uniform, and we'll do another run. So let's take a look at the build details. As you guys can see, I still haven't gotten this guy to freaking like max potential yet, even though I've been playing with him literally every day. I'm not sure if it takes more potential percentage to get him freaking there, but I don't know what's going on, man. I have no luck. Like literally all of the other ones are already at max potential except him. As you guys can see, 116 for attack speed, 51% for critical rate, 182 for critical damage, 49% for ignore defense. And as for the gears, guys, this is what they currently look like. As you can see, the top one right here has 2 physical attack and 2 ignore defense, and all the other ones have 2 physical attack and 2 critical damage. As for the skills, everything is obviously at 6. And the ISO set unfortunately is not fully awakened yet, so excuse me there guys. And as you can see, I don't have a CTP on him. Okay, this right here is a mixture of just survivability and damage, and I feel like this suits Thanos very well, so I don't have any intentions of changing it, to be honest with you guys. But you should ideally consider something like a CTP of energy or destruction for this guy if you want to take him to the top and make him as best as he can be. When it comes to this uniform, I like to use something like 4 into 5 into 1 into 2 and just completely skip the 3. But with the uniform, I like to use the new 3 skill because it's a lot faster. So with that said, let's actually jump into Alliance battle right here, and I'll show you guys how he performs. So we're gonna use Team Cabal, and let's do it. All right, boys, let's do this. All right, so we got canceled right there. That sucks. All right, guys, so we got 262, which is not even close to being a top tier score. So keep that in mind. And let's go ahead and put on the Infinity War uniform now, and I'll show you guys what the score look like. Keep in mind, I have even less practice using this uniform than I do with the Secret War uniform. And they're both the same rank. All right. And there you guys have it, man. Take a look at that. Just by equipping this uniform, which I'm not very good at using yet, I was actually able to score over 100k more points, boys. So like I said, the damage on the skills are most definitely still there in this uniform. It's just that when you take him into PvP, especially into timeline, because of how heavily flooded it is with characters with iframes, he doesn't get to take full advantage of his 5 skill, which as you guys can see deal a ton of freaking damage when it actually lines up properly with the damage proc. So I feel like if I get some more practice with him in here, I can actually break maybe 450, maybe even 500k using this exact same build, right? So it's not the damage that he's lacking, and he most definitely still has the tools for timeline battle. It's just that his 5 skill is getting cancelled so much for me that I don't get to use him to his fullest potential there. And on top of that, when Jean is not banned, his 4 is not going to deal any damage to her, and Jean is a big part of timeline as of right now, and I think she always will be. But that's all I have for this one, guys. Like always, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are on Thanos in this new Infinity War uniform, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.